South Bend's a nice city. St. Joe County is a beautiful county. It's got the rural, it's got the urban, we've got Lake Michigan, we've got the Four Seasons. This is a nice place to live. There are just a lot of good people here.
The Department of Health is changing, and it's changing in probably one of the best ways possible by bringing in new life and new energy and individuals who just are compassionate for the work that they're doing. And being here for as long as I have been, it's so refreshing to see that passion.
Yes, I am very interested in mosquitoes, and I very much enjoy dealing with mosquitoes. Everybody has their thing, and that's fine. Every mosquito that you kill reduces the threat of somebody contracting a mosquito-borne disease. Now, not every mosquito is going to have a mosquito-borne disease, but even if they don't, mosquitoes are terrible. Everybody hates mosquitoes. But these mosquitoes in particular, Eastern equine encephalitis is no joke. If you get the encephalitic version of Eastern equine encephalitis, there's a 1 in 3 chance you end up in a pine box 6 feet under. And that's no good. We don't want that.
Here we are doing a rapid test for COVID-19. So someone that have the symptoms or don't feel well and need to be tested for COVID-19, that's what we do. So the rapid test only takes 15 minutes.
So this is part of our wellhead protection in the county, and as a way to protect groundwater for our main water source. If a business is within a wellhead protection area, we have to check to make sure that they limit their threats for what the contamination could be for the water.
When I arrived here, what I discovered were there's some really wonderful people within our department here within St. Joe County. Individuals who are passionate, knowledgeable, intelligent, and just really wanting to do their best for our community. And I was thrilled to find these individuals.
I do enjoy the fact that it is one of the things that the health department does that's generally well received. Show up somewhere and what are you doing? Why are you here? I'm like, well, I'm here to kill your mosquitoes. I'm like, oh, right this way. Can I get you a glass of lemonade? Anything I can do to help? So that part is, it's nice.
There is an expectation on my part, and I think on the part of the community as well, that the Department of Health not stay on the 8th and 9th floor of the county city building, but in fact be out there in the community.
There's some needs the community have, and sometimes they're just kind of like shy to talk to people. So when they come over here, we already build that relationship, and then we can talk to them, in a personal way.
I am a community health worker for the health department. I go to all the businesses, daycares, churches, grocery stores, anything. And I try to hang up these flyers. I try to talk to the managers, owners, and try to let them know what we're doing so that they can also help out with giving out the flyers. One of the biggest reasons why I like doing my job is because I'm able to go out to the community. This area is primarily Hispanics and Spanish-speaking Latinos. So because I am bilingual, I'm able to offer them services as well. So it's really nice to be able to use my culture to be able to reach out to them.
There's no question that the Department of Health is doing marvelous work. They just are. They're saving lives every single day in what they do. And if we're not saving lives, we're decreasing morbidity. In other words, we're helping keep the county healthy and safe.
We don't want anything to contaminate the groundwater because prevention is cheaper and easier than cleaning up contamination. For me, it's just making sure that our environment is in a better place than when we found it. So,
myself feel accomplished when you can help people, especially there's a lot of need on the community that some of the community members don't know that there's resources for.
By killing a mosquito, I've gone from the range of preventing somebody from being irritated to preventing somebody from being dead. I mean, how can you not take the chance or to deal with that? what I'm doing, I feel, is very important to not just me, but my community and then the area at large.
I moved here about a week before the WHO called the COVID pandemic a pandemic. The COVID Vaccination Initiative at St. Hedwig Memorial Center showed the Department of Health at its best. We knew that we didn't have enough staff to immunize the population, and quite frankly, I was scared. I really was. I was scared when I looked at the number of individuals that we were going to have to immunize here in the county, recognized that we would have to put on a mass immunization clinic, and then looked at the size of my team, and I thought, we can't do this.
I think we had 600 people the first day we asked for volunteers to help run our site. And I think that's when I'm like, okay, we really have the momentum here to be successful at this. And it really was a turning point of hope when we had gone through some really dark, sleepless nights.
Virtually every member of our department stepped up to provide this service to the community, and I am very, very proud of them. I can go unit by unit, and I think I could speak about almost every single individual in there and tell you a story about how he or she is a remarkable individual and a remarkable professional. Previously, you had asked me, what do I like or why did I stay here? There's enormous need within this county. And I think a lot of people really do want to turn their back on that need. And the health department is here and it says, no, we're not going to turn our back on them. In fact, we're going to turn toward them. We're going to try to understand whoever it is, and we're going to try to work with them to make this better.